We had the Boys Hope, Girls Hope group in, and it was great, for them to watch our guys play and mingle with them after, like just always trying to give back, give something a little bit back. And I mean, it's amazing NBA players, right? They're so giving and pretty cool. It's a pretty cool atmosphere today, right? But not just coaches and players, we've got young people here watching us and mingling with us. Just thought that was pretty cool.
What does it mean to you as a coach to be able to have the platform to get
I know, yeah. Well, our organization obviously is elite in kind of facilitating these type of events. But it makes you feel good. I mean, it was unbelievable. Like the kids were like screaming at every three, every dunk. Like it was like, and it helps us. Like it gave us a little bit of an atmosphere. Normally in inter-college scrimmage, it's like gave it a little bit of ambience. So it was give back, but they also gave something. And taking pictures with Donovan and Evan and J.A. It's just pretty cool.
Was Max able to participate in that?
No, still not ready. Still day to day. Nothing crazy. Sam also still day to day. Just being extra cautious with both of them. Trying to think if everybody else played. Oh, and Amani. And he's just had a great talk with him, progressing well, really focusing on his body, right? Like get the knee right, and then getting stronger.
You spoke last preseason game about George being a connector. Can you just kind of go into like what you mean by that? And obviously, everyone sees him probably more as a shooter, but he can do a lot more than that.
It's the passing, it's the cutting, and it's the screening. So I think, did I say he was in the 84th percentile screen assists last year? Like he has great timing on his screens. He knows who's out there. He knows personnel. He knows when to screen, when not to screen. I think last year was an outlier for him a little bit with the shooting, right? He didn't shoot his, but I'll tell you what, last game and then today, he had, I think, 4 threes. Really played well. And then he, connector on defense too, right? Because he's a great communicator. He's great with his positioning, and but that's my real challenge to him. We don't want you out there and you're going to get exposed defensively. So use your connector ability on the defensive side too.
The pace has been up this preseason. What's the key to keeping that going throughout an 82-game season?
Yeah. I think it's, again, talking about the guys without it running. We probably got 4 ball handlers in that first unit, right? Like if you think about Darius, Evan, and then Donovan, right? You get 3. So if you don't have it, can you run with pace? I think that's one of our key. And can we get those? Keep emphasizing those kick aheads. It's really important that game's embedded. Last thing is getting to our spacing. That specific spacing we're looking for. So those 3 things.
You talked a lot about spacing now and then also getting out in your spots.
Yeah.
One of the players that has compared Evan to Chris Bosh, who did something for that when it came to how he took them to the next level by increasing his spacing and three-point ability when they won the championship.
Yeah,
how
great
similar
point.
do you think those games are, and how important do you think that is for Evan?
I think it's a good comparison. I think they're 2 different players, right? Definitely, definitely different, but it's a fair observation. Because the better Evan shoots it, the better it is for Donovan and Darius. It just that gravity thing is important. But we also don't want him to be 9 threes a game, right? Like he's going to have to find that. He took, I think, 3 in today's scrimmage. I think it was 2 for 3. Like, so I think we talked about 3 to 4 a game range. I would assume that's where he lands when you look at the flow of the game.
Also with comfortability, just bringing the ball up the
Yeah.
how important that is. You're talking about running the floor. How
He needs to
important
do it more. Like, and it's hard for him because you got Donovan, Darius, you got Matt. You know, so he's gonna have to find those opportunities. But we, and when I'm saying me, it's me and Donovan and Darius and Matt. We also have to embrace. You know, that's one of his strengths, his ball handling and passing ability, and he can be that. You know, he can be that playmaker from that trail position. We want him to be that playmaker. We got to, and in the beginning, I think we got to force feed it a little bit. We're trying to do that. But yeah, we're going to continue to emphasize that.
You talked the other night about Dean and sometimes his hesitation and his pump faking, and Tristan Thompson mentioned that, and a couple other Dean's teammates mentioned that as well. I know you're not Dr. Phil or anything like that, but why do you think he hesitates so much?
I think because he's the ultimate role player and he wants to help others. He doesn't think me first. But what he's got to understand, to help us, he needs to have a little more of a me mentality when it comes to the shooting piece. So we'll get him there. I do like he's spicing it up a little with this game, with the cuts and made an offensive rebound today. Like, you know, just keep going with those things. But it's not like, I don't think it's a lack of confidence. I think it's like I'm the ideal role player. I want to get other guys better, which is great, but a little more me with him.
How do you get him to be more selfish?
I think it's one of my strengths as a coach, like building someone up to you know, making them, you know, guys that hesitate, you know, helping them understand how important it is for their development and the team's development. And there's tricks you can do, right? Run a play for, you know, like running plays at a timeout. In a timeout, you know, if you did pass one up, like you have to shoot the next one, I'm taking you out. And that in a way like boosts their confidence. So I think there's like psychological tricks you can use with these guys.
When it comes to roles and role delineation, do you see Dean and George as similar in terms of the role that they'll play for this team?
Not necessarily. Maybe same position.
Okay.
But different. They're definitely different. You know, different. But I do see George as more of that connector because of the passing ability and screening ability. Not that Dean isn't. Like and Dean's got to be a little more. You know, probably. You know. Yeah.
Thinking a little bit about what you wanted for transition offense, is there a position that you don't want players in when it comes to like trailing or whatever? Because I know Eric Spoelstra wanted like a Mac truck lane from lane to lane. Nobody should be in that behind.
That's it. You know, and we're more keep the middle of the court open. So why we can see our spacing. Kind of markers on the floor, so really keep that middle open. Yeah, you're running. I call it the Autobahn, you know. So, you know, go fast in those lanes. Filling the corners are super important, and it's hard. I mean, it's the eternal fight for coaches in the NBA is to get guys because they want to come back and get it. They want to come back and get it. They want to come get it, but you have to, you know, I call them corner assists. Like when you get to the corner. Open up driving lanes, you know, for other guys.